Today we are learning how to make clay coil hearts. It might look like this when it's done. This is actually the back of the clay coil heart. When you turn it over, you can see the beautiful spiral design on the front of the heart. In the future, when it's dry, we will be able to paint it and then we'll take it home. Take good care of your clay coil heart. Leave it on the sheet of paper. Don't smush it. And when you're using the piece of clay, take good care of that too. Don't squish it or drop it. First, take your piece of clay and break it in half. Do that now and then stop. We actually need 4 pieces of clay, so we have to break these pieces in half. Do that now, and then stop. Now we need to take these 4 pieces of clay and roll them out into 4 little snakes of clay. Here is how to make that. Put a piece of clay on the table. Put your hands on top and roll with your fingers. You can see that it's starting to get long and thin like a snake. And then you're done. We don't want it to get too thin, but we also don't want it to have a big lump in it. So if your snake has a big lump, you need to roll a little extra to push the lump out. Like that. Let's watch this one more time. Put a piece of clay on the table, put your fingers on top, and then roll up and down. And your clay will get long and thin like a snake. Once you have 4 snakes, stop. Don't fiddle around with them. Just leave them on the table and don't touch them. Do that now and then stop. How many clay spirals do I need? So you should have 1 clay snake left over, like this. Here is how to make the spiral. Take your snake of clay and fold the end over just a little bit, like that. Then start to roll it up. It's like you're making a little snail shell. And that's done. You will need 3 of them and 1 extra snake. Don't smush them. When you're done, leave them on the table and don't touch them. Do that now and then stop. Now that we've made the clay spirals, we're going to put them on the heart. Like this. Do that now and then stop. Now we're going to take our last snake of clay and make a frame around the edge. Watch and I'll show you how to make the frame. Put the last snake of clay around the shape of the heart. It's like you're covering up the black marker that's on the paper. I just ran out of clay. If you run out of clay, put your hand up and I will bring you more. I'm going to break the clay off right here, and now my frame is done. My clay coil heart has some little holes in it, I have to plug up the holes. I'm going to take my last snake of clay and break off little pieces like this and use them to close up the holes. I just closed up this hole and this hole. I can see that there's a hole here and a hole down here, so I'm going to do those next. I'm just taking a little piece of clay and using it to plug up the holes. Once you have plugged up all the holes, you're almost done with this project. You should very gently pat the clay to help the piece stick together. Be gentle. Don't smush it. Pat it very gently, and then you're done. When your project is done, I'm going to give you a little name tag with your name on it. Put this on top so that we'll know who made this clay coil heart. After school, I'm going to carve your name into the clay so that your name will be there forever. But for now, we have the name tag. So make a frame all the way around your clay coil heart. Then patch the holes with little bits of clay. Pat it, and you can put your name tag on top. Do that now, and then stop.